having a YouTube problem, so just hold on for just 1 second. We'll see if we can get that figured out.
Yep.
There we go. Oh.
Yeah, okay. There,
okay, we good?
You hit the go live. It's going to take a second regardless.
So if you're on YouTube, we're just now going live on YouTube. We've been live on Twitch for just about a minute.
Yay, technology.
We're getting it all figured out. It is definitely a lot warmer up here with these lights on than our normal art auction. So we'll try to keep this. Hey, we can see ourselves.
Yay.
Yay. We have a outline. Zach and I have discussed over the last several weeks what we could possibly do for Cornstock. We have some of our other team members here who are an integral part of running the bunker, and that includes Caleb, our generally manager, and Dana, our bar manager, and we all want to go back to where we can have live music again together.
Yes.
So we're really excited about that, and we'll try to make this as quick and painless as possible. I really want you guys to make comments so that we can discuss your comments on the YouTube chat. I don't have the Twitch up.
I have Twitch up.
So Twitch, YouTube, and we can kind of talk about what we're hoping to put together. So we're going to kick it off by talking about who, what, when, and where, and how.
Yep.
I think that's the best way to handle all event planning. I think it's very important that we have a team of people that are part of the music scene that all work together to make this happen, or it's just not going to happen.
Yep, and we have some people that are part of the scene that we've been talking to. They were supposed to be here today. Unfortunately, schedules kind of got dropped last minute, as they do. It happens, and so we've got people that we're talking to, and hopefully they are going to be, hopefully they'll jump into the comments and stuff. They just couldn't be here physically.
Yes, and this is our first planning meeting. We probably will be doing another one, either live here online or through Messenger and stuff like that as well. So if anybody who's ever been to Spicoli's or the Reverb, then they know that Cornstock is Memorial Day weekend, every weekend, since I believe 1998. Cody and Rob, the original owners of the Reverb and Spicoli's, started Cornstock down in southwest Iowa, in the Villisca area, and Nottoway. And they put on a huge festival, and that helped fund their move up to Cedar Falls and then opening the Reverb. And then they proceeded to continue to do the festival down in southwest Iowa until they opened Spicoli's, where they had room to do it over on University Avenue.
Chris is the resident Spicoli's historian.
I am, and that's a kind of a big part of being in the bunker and having the museum feel to everything that we've saved. So that's just really, really important to us. So the weekend we're looking at, you guys, is Thursday, May 27th through Sunday, May 30th.
Yep.
And I kind of wanted to break down to you what I was thinking for an itinerary to kind of get you guys excited. And we're looking at 4 days of live music, karaoke, camping, Foursquare, and I don't mean the phone app, I mean like the actual rubber ball. You bounce it on the ground. Nerf wars and bags and more. We're gonna have
monitors are active.
There's nothing in the monitors.
Okay.
Oh, weird.
Vendors, artists, band merch, fair food, tacos, t-shirts, koozies, the whole deal. We really want to put together a hell of a weekend.
Yep.
So
try to bring back a bit of what Spicoli's used to be, but in full outdoor form.
We've talked to we're not quite ready to tell you guys all where we hope to be yet. We've talked to a local organization that has a place that has camping and outdoor area for us to put this on. And it's in the Cedar Valley. And as soon as we finalize and sign a contract, then we can start advertising the location and put together the VIP passes, the camping passes, and all the fun. We're thinking right now that on the Thursday, the 27th, it'll be a minimal entry charge so that we can control population and capacity. But then we're going to run karaoke, have a taco truck, some other vendors, and then the games with the Nerf wars and the Foursquare, just like we did at Spicoli's all the time. And that's our Cornstock karaoke kickoff. We're really excited about that.
Because even though we want to have music and everything come back, we still want everybody to be safe. We're still in the era of COVID, so we want to make sure that we want everybody to have fun, but we don't want anybody getting sick. So we want to be able to control our population as much as we can.
So on that note, we can't yet today tell you what our capacity will be, because until we talk to the venue in greater detail and
Yep.
then discuss the social distancing and the distance from the stage and how many camping spots we have and all of those factors,
Cross the I's, dot the T's, all that
we
stuff.
won't be able to tell you yet. But we know several hundred. I'm kind of leaning towards the 500 per night. And then on Friday, we're going to do the live music, like you've always expected out of every Cornstock, and then Saturday as well. I'm leaning towards doing a festival theme for the Saturday so that we can bring in some comedians and some cosplayers and fair food, and as well as the live music from 2 p.m. to midnight. One of the great things I'm excited about this year is having the opportunity to have camping. So like Zach said, with the safety, not only can we social distance, we can also get a little lit.
It's just a little bit.
Just
a little bit. No, do your thing.
There's a limited number of electric spots and then an almost unlimited number of not electric. So you can all bring your tents and get lit up, and we can have one of the best corn stalks maybe ever.
Sweet.
And then on Sunday, we're going to clean it up. Any bands or committee members who participate can get free keg beer or free pop in exchange for helping us clean it up and taking it all down. And we'll be done by 9 o'clock on Sunday night. And then, of course, on Monday, everybody has the day off, gets to sleep in, and we can plan, hopefully, we've been profitable enough to schedule an event in August.
Okay.
And we have some comments on Twitch.
Yep. Well, actually, this is on YouTube. We weren't
Okay,
because your
yes,
YouTube not
'cause I'm
pulling up.
on there, yes.
But Cassidy would like to know: would dogs be welcomed for the camping?
We believe so. I will have to check with the venue and find out what the rules are.
Yep.
I do know they allow dogs. I don't know what our rules are going to have to be as far as capacity and you know, obviously your adorable little puggle isn't going to bite anyone, Cassidy. So you can bring your pug.
But yeah,
That'll be fine.
but that is a very
Pug.
that is a very good question. And yeah, I mean, as far as like dogs in general, we'll definitely have. That's something that we have to get figured out, like Chris said. But we'll definitely let everybody know.
Chris thinks we should have the giant bubbles so that we can just mosh pit inside of blow up bubbles.
That would be dope.
That would be dope, but I think they're a couple $100 each, so I don't think we're going to be able to afford that one, unfortunately.
It would be BYOB, bring your own bubble.
Bring your own. I support bring your own bubble. That sounds fantastic. And then, let's see, I want to talk about a little bit about why we're doing this.
Oh, yeah.
So we have been shut down since June 1st. And we've been in the bunker and reopened since July. Mm-hmm. It's been very, very minimal with the global panorama, the global palindrome going on right now. So we want to be able to bring that back as much as humanly possible, but like Zach said, in a safe way.
Yeah.
We had very limited live streams here because as we've scheduled bands, people have just gotten sick or been exposed, or we had a Dre show. I mean, there's just been one thing after another that's really knocked us out of the box.
Yeah, it's been insane. It's been like there's really, I'm trying to figure out how to say it, and there's really no other way to say it.
No.
It's just been absolutely insane. Because we've had, like, there's been a couple times we've had to reschedule bands up to like 3 different times.
3 different times before they came through.
Because of just various reasons, mostly related to COVID, but also just like Chris said, there's like the Dure show, holidays,
storms, and
it's been insane. We love, and I'm sure y'all know this, as you know, at this point, we want live music to come back just as much as anybody else, and we want to do our part to make that happen, which is why we set this up. Obviously, live streams are not the same as live, but
correct.
Right now it's the closest we can really get, but that's why we're finding this route to be able to set up Cornstock and bring it back, in a strong enough form for everybody else to be able to get that taste of live music again.
And while we've been babbling along, I've been babbling along, and Zach tries to keep me on track, which is why we have an outline. We have had some comments about Jagerbomb Station, which definitely
I missed
would
that
be a
one.
thing.
I'm sorry.
We have Addison, who did one of our last live streams, actually, saying hi, and he would definitely want to take part and play, I'm certain.
Hi, Addison.
We have Brian. Brian says, do we have a possible band lineup? And Jeremy says hi. And guys, that's why we're doing this, because we want this I specifically want the band lineup to be determined by our band committee, by the Cornstock committee of the local original live bands. It's just absolutely essential to me that this become a community project, a community event
Yes.
of our local music scene, because it's not going to be successful if we don't have all of you guys involved. So priority will be given to bands that have played at the bunker. They will get their spot first. They get to pick their spot and their day. That's just flat out how it's going to be. The only bands that I'm going to invite outside of our local scene, as I am going to hit up the Pimps and I'm going to hit up Local H. I have no idea if either one of them will come, but we're going to give that a shot.
We're going to try.
We are going to try. Those are the two bands that are doing shows outside and do have a good relationship with the Spicoli's brand.
Yeah.
So we would like to invite them. Other than that, we're just looking at just the local bands,
Yep.
the local regional bands.
Yep. If you know of a local band in particular that you think would be cool, definitely let us know. We are accepting suggestions.
Absolutely.
We will take suggestions into account. That's not to say if we can't promise anything. It's going to depend on a lot of different variables, but we will definitely, if you send us a message, send us an email, and we'll definitely take every suggestion into account. Unless that suggestion is like, Slipknot or something like that, be serious about it.
We'd love to have Slipknot, but it's not going to happen.
Oh yeah, that would be super awesome, but no, that's not going to happen.
Kenny Loggins, probably not Kenny Loggins. Cassidy, I believe that we...
Do you want to pay the bill, Sam?
Sam totally wants to do sound for Kenny Loggins. That's his shit. Cassidy, definitely coolers in the campground. We'll have to talk about whether we'll do a fee on that or not. When I went to Camp Anarchy in 2019, they didn't have a cooler fee, but they had a pretty strict rule about what you could bring in and what you couldn't. So we'll just have to talk to the venue about that a little bit more.
Chris says
Reason to Find, which is no longer a band.
Yeah.
I don't think they broke up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know too much about that band, to be honest. I've heard the name. I have heard the name.
I love them, but unfortunately, they have gone their separate ways due to COVID.
Elvis Addison, if you want to go grave robbing for us.
Or if you're going to put he's not dead.
Whatever you say.
He's not dead. So yes, Brian, last name here, we are definitely looking at putting together a lineup of local and regional bands.
We have ideas.
A lot of the same bands you guys hear on Rock 108, obviously. I've already been hit up by those who love the Non Grata guys. We love the Non Grata guys.
Oh, hell yeah.
And although they haven't yet played the bunker, I just today hit up the Zealots to let them know what we're up to. And they're talking about coming to play the bunker. And then, of course, all our favorite. We just recently talked to Bleed Chain and Stone Crow, and they threw their hat in the ring. So you kind of got a good idea. The bands that you would normally see on a Saturday at Spicoli's, or the bands that you would hear on Noise from the Garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of names that y'all should know if you don't.
I'm guessing Zachary Daniels' band could probably be playing.
If he wakes up in time.
Shut up.
I did.
I'm never gonna live that down.
I did hit up Robin Cody for the Eight Found Dead, because you don't have Cornstock without Eight Found Dead.
No, you don't.
I don't think that's how that works. I want to talk about the one of the first goals, of course, is to keep our community having hope and purpose and a future for local live music. And long after I'm done doing this, I want there still to be that, with all of the history that Spicoli's and the Reverb and the Bunker have put together. So I'm really looking to you guys at home to be part of our committee, part of our planning team, part of our volunteers.
Yeah.
We're going to need security. We're going to need vendors. We're going to need servers. It takes a team, just like Friday Lou.
Oh, yeah.
And we had talked briefly about that, that Friday Lou is a pretty well-known thing. And the Gallagher Blue Dorn is going to be doing those local shows.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
But to throw it out there right now, and I don't even care who's listening right now, guys, that's cover bands. That's going to be cover bands. Friday Lou's the cover bands, and the Gallagher stuff's all going to be cover bands. And there's nothing against cover bands, but where does that leave our metal and our rock and our indie and our punk bands?
Our originals.
Our originals who've been busting ass for a year of COVID to make original brand new music and albums. They were just releasing music left and right. And we want to be the home for them.
Yep.
And maybe that's a little bit more trashy. Maybe that's a little bit more Waterloo. But those folks can go to Cedar Falls and have a perfectly good time at Live to 9.
Yeah.
And we'll be not doing that.
Carrie says polar. Yeah.
Polar, of course,
Yeah.
Carrie, of course. Get your team together and talk them into doing a live stream.
Yeah, but if you are in, like, we're still like we said at the beginning of the stream, we are still tweaking some things. We're still setting some things up on the back end, but we have enough stuff put together that we are comfortable with announcing all of this stuff.
Correct.
So, if you are interested in being on one of our committees, if you are interested in possibly volunteering or anything like that, let us know. We want to know this stuff now, so we can get your name on a list and we can get you more information as it arrives. Is whatever words I'm trying to say right now.
Yes.
But so because that's part of that's part of the point of this stream is we want to gather interest. We want to know are you willing to step up to help us out? We want to.
Yes.
We need you to help us to help you. Overall, it takes a community to put all this stuff together, and we want this to happen, but we definitely need y'all's help.
We do. And so with that, this is the time that we're going to show you guys at home the Cornstock logo.
Yep.
JJ, throw it on the screen.
Yeah, you should.
It's coming. You guys ready? I'm waiting, but you at home maybe could see it on Twitch.
Yep.
I'm on YouTube, but it's coming up.
Yep, there it is.
Okay.
I see it on Twitch.
We're really excited about this logo. This was supposed to be the logo for the 2020 Cornstock that did not happen.
Yes.
The 2020 Cornstock that was supposed to feature such bands as Black Flag and Green Jelly and Local H and all of my friends.
It was a giant, beautiful metallic Jenga tower that COVID knocked down with a sledgehammer.
It was pretty brutal. We also had another event planned for July called Punk Off. That was supposed to be 2 days of punk bands. And although we weren't able to do those events in 2020, we have a real solid probability of doing those bands in 2021.
Yep. And
So
looks like Cassidy's volunteering, and Chris says, "Are you doing Thursday through Saturday and cleanup on Sunday?" I think it's Thursday through Sunday with cleanup on Monday.
it's Thursday. It's Thursday through Sunday with live music, or karaoke Thursday, live
Yep.
music Friday, Saturday, Sunday, cleanup Sunday and Monday. We want to have most of it cleaned up by the time we're done on Sunday.
Awesome.
So there's very little left to do on Monday.
If you're interested in volunteering, please either send us a Facebook message or you can email playspicoles@gmail.com. This way we have it in writing and we can, obviously the comments are writing of some form, but those comments will eventually, we'll lose track of
We
those
will.
comments.
We're not obviously taking notes, you guys.
Yeah.
So definitely if you're online right now, you know Zach and you know myself. You are on our Facebook, so you can send us private messages. You can email us at playspicoles@gmail. You can probably text us. There's probably a pretty good chance
Yeah.
you have our numbers. So just let us know. I love the idea of tribute. Maybe we could throw a Hunger Games theme on this sucker,
That'd be
Cassidy.
cool.
I'm down, right?
I think that was just like she was
I
being
know,
serious,
she was
but also joking.
funny. Well,
Yeah.
funny story. The Hartman Reserve does a Hunger Games camp every summer that my teenager has done
didn't know
multiple
that.
years in a row,
That's
and it's
sweet.
an absolute blast. Yeah, our friend Katie Kloss runs the whole thing. They call her Boss Katie, and she put the whole thing together. And they have these teenagers out in the woods, not killing each other. It's a blast. So maybe we won't kill each other, but we will need to fence off the entire area. We will need to heavily control how we bring people in.
Killing each other would be metal, but
Metals.
not. But as for what we want, that would be definitely. There is such a thing in this particular situation as too metal,
It is.
and that would
It
be
is.
too metal because the law would be on our asses. We don't want that.
So if you are online right now and you've been to the bunker, we are going to be out of the bunker at the same time that Cornstock kicks off.
Yes.
We are already looking into finding another spot that is probably smaller than the bunker to continue to do live stream, storage, crafts, arts and crafts, and mini private parties throughout 2020 and into 2020, or 2021 into 2022. I think it's unreasonable to think we can reopen as a bar in 2021 and be profitable. So part of the purpose of even doing Cornstock is so that we can make enough money to help pay those expenses throughout 2021 and keep that going. And then we want to do, I'm looking at dates with the same venue, a weekend in August, a weekend in September, and then the Halloween show would be our final outdoor show for the season, and that would be Saturday, October 30th. And we've already put these dates temporarily on this venue's calendar, and as soon as they have their board meeting and we get permission, we can start putting together these events for you guys.
Yeah, there is a lot under the hood right now. We just need permission to turn the key. That's pretty much it.
So Dan Morgan, who has done all our art, has done that wonderful logo, and we're looking forward to putting that logo on stickers, posters, t-shirts, hats,
Your face, if you will let us.
possibly some temporary tattoos, is all I'm saying. That could definitely be a thing.
Oh, I meant like permanent, but no, that's okay. I'm being dumb, but yeah.
And usually we do this meeting or our show for about an hour. We're gonna tighten this up and be out of here in just a few more minutes. I want to talk to you guys about preparing, like I said, for that, planning for the winter 2021, 2022, knowing that COVID's not going to be gone, and although it will be marginally better and people will be more likely to be vaccinated, it's not going to be a free-for-all. We're not going to be able to just run around maskless doing whatever we want, which is a real bummer. I just want you guys to know.
It really is.
We're bummed about that. But I do believe that we can prepare and plan and put away resources for summer 2022, when potentially we could be in a place that's even better than the Spicoli's location ever was, and then still have this growing and excited music scene that can eventually take over in a co-op type fashion everything that Spicoli's and the Reverb ever was.
Yep. And
Yeah.
we have a comment from Cassidy. It says, do you need/want any donations to help Cornstock happen? Money, waters, cups, etc.
I think, Cassidy, we're going to stick with selling merch and VIP passes in advance to kind of raise that. But we were fortunate enough to get a grant. And although that grant was supposed to be used for expenses that you've already spent. So in order for us to be eligible for this grant, we had to prove that we spent X amount of money between March and December, which obviously we did. And then they gave us 20% of that, which I still don't have.
That was the CARES Act one, right?
Yeah, it's the one that Governor Reynolds had the money for in July and decided to let people have in December, except I still don't have it. But
Thanks, Kim.
we are going to take a section of that money, Cassidy, and we are going to use that for our permits and our porta potties and our water and our alcohol and our snow fencing, whatever we need to pull this off. And then, of course, we hope to recoup that investment plus some to pay for the rent to keep this going for the rest of 2021. And then the same thing with these other events in August, September, and then one day for Halloween. Now, anybody at home knows that October in Iowa is very sketchy, right? It could snow. It could be 75 degrees. You don't know. We don't know. It's too far away.
I mean, weather in Iowa is like that regardless, but October, early November, definitely the same.
Sketchy. I don't care. I really don't. I've already talked to the venue. They said we could have bonfires. We can put up a circus tent. We can do propane heaters. We're about to do a Halloween show, and that'll be our final show for 2021 outside. But for all of you bands who are watching this later, keep doing your albums, keep writing new music, because we will still have a home for you to do your live stream, your album release, record your show so that you can do a live music video with it. There's a lot of opportunities for you still to create content using our resources. And that's really important to us.
Yeah, we are, if we're here to help, I'm trying to figure out how to word this.
I'm waiting for you to figure it out.
Yeah, I know. So is everybody else. Anybody who knows me knows all about this aspect of myself. But yeah, we're here to just keep music alive in any way we can. But yeah, I mean, just if y'all don't keep creating, we can't take what you've created and blow it the fuck up.
Exactly that.
So
I put down
in a good way.
I put down our main goal, of course, is Cornstock.
Yes.
Our secondary goal is to raise this money to host these other weekends. And then our opportunities are to create a music co-op with a mission to protect and reopen and grow the Iowa live music original live music scene. And I need all of you watching and all of the bands who've ever played at Spicoli's to care about that, or I don't know that we can pull it off.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
You need to bounce over to YouTube and check out the comment.
Yes. I don't know if you guys can see the comments, but Cassidy has just asked me to marry her and Evan on the Halloween show. And I'm saying yes, but I also would like to throw out there that our friend Caleb is already licensed. And he is an impressive officiant.
Yeah, he actually has. He does have a license to marry and marry.
He
so.
actually has married several people.
Yeah.
He even wears a nice shirt, and he really does a great job.
He actually wears
dresses up.
a nice shirt.
So I will do it, Cassidy, but don't forget, we got Caleb as a backup. And Evan says, smiley face. I love you all. As we've kind of finished up, I want to really talk to you guys about the responsibility of all this project.
Yes.
And that, number one, of course, as Zach has said and I have said, and we're going to definitely close out with as we continue, is the safety of all of our musicians and our audiences.
Yes.
We, unfortunately, have had many customers pass away this year. We've had several of our EPIers, unfortunately, get COVID. We've had a couple of our audiences, unfortunately, commit suicide. We've had a couple of heart attacks. We've lost a lot of people, and all that happened while we were closed. I can't even imagine if we were open, right? So on a serious note, it's really, really, really important to us that we are safe, that we plan this outside, that people take that seriously, that if they're not going to social distance, that they mask up, or that they stay clean, or that they've been vaccinated, or whatever they need to do to keep everybody as safe as possible. And then the secondary point of responsibility that I have to be strict on is that original live music written and performed by local musicians. That is why I'm here and why I'm keeping doing this. I can't possibly lose more money because I don't have any left. It's all gone. So if we're gonna do this, it's gonna be for the people who are working their butt off to write brand new songs. And as you guys are planning on whether you want to play or not, look at whether you're making brand new music or not before you throw your hat in the ring. And I mean that. And then of course, we all want to make some money, and you guys want to make some money. We want the band merch and the local art to have a chance to be sold, both in our bunker, in our new location, and at these outside events.
Yep, we're doing all of that here, or we're trying to.
Yeah.
But we want to take all of that, make it bigger, move it outside.
And then have you guys all buy it all.
Yeah.
And then we just really want to find the value of music in our communities. I think that throughout this year, we've seen so much depression and sadness and isolation, and our favorite people have just missed the community of the music scene, and I mean that from the audience side as well.
Yes.
So Zach, of course, is a musician, but he's also an audience member, and he and I have been to shows together at Wildwood, and we've seen each other at Woolly. We went together to Woolies, and we've seen each other up front at Wildwood, and he's rocking out to Powerman 5000, and I'm rocking out to Head PE. So we are also the audience, and we also understand the value of being that audience and having the music just flow through all of your brain and body and feet, and we want that back.
Jeremy has a comment, question, says, so how many bands and who, maybe to make sure I'm reading this right, so how many bands and who is already on the lineup or being considered? So I think how many bands are we shooting for and who is already booked / being considered?
That is an excellent question, Jeremy, and I highly appreciate that question. And I don't have a great answer, so I'll do my best. The bands that have played here are already considered involved. So for that matter, Jeremy, the Damned Leading the Dead is technically already on the list if you guys want to be on the list because you played here. Illegal Smile, of course, the Zachary Daniels Band, Sorry Pluto, Agony of Defeat. Agony of Defeat's probably 2 solo acts because they're working on two different things.
Oh, yeah, that's
Both
right.
Alec and Eric are working on separate items.
Garage Days.
Garage Days, Frontal Assault.
Yep.
Our thrash metal bands, we love them. FTA, Faces Turned Ashen, of course. We adore them. They've played here twice.
Did you say Sorry Pluto already?
I did say Sorry Pluto,
Okay.
but I didn't say The Slow Retreat.
Yes, that's
what?
true.
That's crazy. We all know how much I love them. Who else?
Guilty of Treason.
Guilty of Treason, Bleed Chain, Stone
Stone Crow.
Crow. That's kind of where we're at right now.
There's-
Non grata.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there is a lot of there's been a lot of messages sent out. There's going to be a lot of more messages going to be sent
Addison.
out. Yeah, Addison. There are some things that there's, like I said before, there's a lot of stuff that's really, once we get the okay, we're going to be sending out and that are already basically in motion. There's also a lot of things in terms of some of the bands that we have to get confirmation from.
Right.
So there's, when it comes to like some of the bands and stuff like that, we just flat out can't. We can't say for sure because we don't know.
May's a long ways away from February, right? But Derek has just said hi, so we know Garage Days is in. We were joking around 2 weeks ago about it being only Frontal Assault in the field, and we were okay with that.
I think Frontal Assault's right now is the only, I think Frontal Assault is one of the only bands that is for sure in right
Definitely for sure in. They were here last week. We adore them, and they said that they'll play anywhere, anytime. So like usual, we'll probably be dividing the days up into kind of a pop, punk, indie night, and an all metal night, and then whoever's left.
Whoever's left.
Miscellaneous.
And anybody that doesn't fit into the other categories.
Correct. I did talk Frontal Assault into playing last on Metal Night because they're young enough and sober enough. So we have that. I do not believe last means headliner. So we'd probably put like Bleed Chain, Guilty, Frontal Assault, so that Bleed Chain can have that prime 10 o'clock slot like you do with your good metal headliner.
Yeah, but a lot of those details are still being ironed out.
They are.
So don't take any, when it comes to like any kind of scheduling or anything that we talk about, a lot of that is just like, hey, this would be cool if. But none of it is set in stone. So if you are a local band that you would love to play and you strongly believe that your schedule could be ironed out for May, let us know, because we would love to have that conversation with you.
We would.
Yeah. Until we have those conversations, we can't lock anything down.
And between now and then, we will be able to put up, I'm not going to put up a GoFundMe, but we will absolutely be putting up our link so you guys can buy our merch, which comes through another vendor at this point.
Yes, that is a real thing.
That's a real thing. Buy it. It's on our website that Zach built. We will be doing our own T-shirts. We will be doing some of them here, and we'll be ordering some. When we get the venue locked down, we're going to do a combo shirt using their logo and our logo. My good friend Dirk is going to be in on the volunteer team, of course.
Thanks, Dirk.
We love Dirk. Dirk helped us move into the bunker as well.
Yeah, that's super appreciated.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know if you have any more questions, but we're going to kind of finish it up and just really tell you that we know that you didn't make any money in 2020 with live music, because we didn't either. We want you to. We want you to come back and make money.
Yeah.
We don't know that we can help you do that with Cornstock, but we're not going to ever get back to it if we don't do Cornstock.
Yes.
And when I look at what all the other bars, venues, and events are happening this summer, there isn't a home for our people, for our scene and our community and our purpose. And that's what this is supposed to be.
Yeah. Oh, I know Dirk. Oh, that's just you. Okay.
Chris is saying that he knows the people in the comments because he does.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's hang out for another minute or two. See if you have any questions. I mean, we've been open to questions this entire time. And we've gotten some great ones. Excuse me. But if you have any honest, like, burning questions for us right now, let us know. We'd love to answer everything to the best of our ability. Obviously, there's some things that we can't answer because either we don't have approval yet or we just don't know. But we'll answer everything we can to the best of our ability. So
I really love the idea of making the festival day, the fair festival idea, kind of, maybe we could work with the comic book stores and bring in some of the cosplay idea, because they're not going to be able to do any of their cosplay events or festivals or conventions either, because that's all indoors.
I love that idea.
So I just really, I just get a huge kick out of somebody walking by like Pikachu at our metal night. Like, I don't know.
I mean, you can do that anyway, but
we would enjoy it.
yeah.
But so I guess if you're an audience member and you're at home and you're wondering how you can participate on an extra level, consider this a real music festival and be prepared to dress it up, make it happen.
Chris says consider doing it on private property.
Probably not, Chris, for multiple reasons. The main reason is that I can't say right now what the location that we've talked to is, but it is a not-for-profit, and they want to partner with live music, and they have the facilities for the camping, the electricity, the bathrooms, everything that we would need to make it happen. Where on private property, that would be difficult to bring in all the porta potties and the electricity and the generators.
We'd
and
probably
whatnot.
need extra permits.
And then it's a matter of, does a human being, and I can kind of think of who you're thinking of right now, Chris, so I won't call any names out. I'm just going to say that, yeah, that person's talked to me about doing stuff too. I know where you practice. I know what barn you practice in. But I don't think that we could put 500 people safely there.
Yeah.
That's not going to work.
We appreciate we definitely appreciate that question and that idea.
We absolutely do.
Yeah.
And if this doesn't work and we have to do a much smaller event, then that might be an option.
Oh, yeah,
or
for
for
sure.
another event throughout the summer, that might be an option as well. Yep.
Yeah.
One of the positives and negatives of doing a big event like that is you can control to some level how many come, but you can't always control who comes, and that's okay too. You know, where on private property you kind of have to, to be safe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't want the person's stuff getting
Yeah.
busted. But in this case, it's like it's mostly just our stuff.
Yeah, and we're just outside.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want to go puke behind a tree, like, that's your business. Like, I'm just not going to press any judgment on that. We really have been waiting for all of you guys. I know that you guys have been sad, and I know that you've missed us, but we've missed you too, and we just really look forward to all being together again. So, thank you for tuning in today. We've had more people tune in for this than we have all of our art auctions. So,
Well, that's because this isn't an art auction. I'm kidding.
no doubt. So I guess as we're finishing up, we want to talk about two things, and that
Yes.
is the art auctions.
Yes.
Tune in, not next Sunday because it's Super Bowl, but the Sunday after that, we'll be back with brand new art. I've had 3 artists hit me up to give us brand new art, so we'll have brand new art when we come back for art auction.
Make sure to send that to me.
It's on between 6 and 7 on Sunday nights.
Yep. We go
And-
from 6 o'clock right up until Noise from the Garage on, so you can, so we go from art straight into music. And,
Yeah.
But, we feature local artists who make, by artists we mean physical artists, but we also do sell band merch for our stuff. So we've got merchandise from local bands from all over this area. If there's a band that you want to buy merch from, we might have their stuff.
And if you are an artist and you want your art featured, send it to us. If you are a musician and you want your music featured, send it to us. The set length, Addison, will be determined based on number of bands, but it's generally between 30 and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what it's kind of always been.
Usually.
I mean, give or take. You need the change over time, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And that tends to run 10 to 15 minutes during Cornstock. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about so Noise from the Garage is the secondary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight at 7 o'clock is Noise from the Garage.
Yeah, that's still happening.
Alex Larson does this every Sunday. He makes basically no money for doing it. It's his volunteer gift to the music scene. And just like we've been volunteering here, Alex has been busting his ass at his job overtime
Yeah.
and at all his side projects and band practice, and still puts on Noise from the Garage for all of us.
And still does a kick-ass job at it.
Every week he puts on a band I've never heard before.
Yeah.
And then my list of badass music grows. So we're really appreciative to Alex. If you guys have not sent him a message of thanks, definitely do so. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be able to hear Zach on the radio here in the bunker. And that's a really powerful thing. It makes us cry.
No, I'm just trying to decide how I want to respond to that. But either way, yeah.
No, it's pretty fantastic. And I'm going to try to also figure out a way to maybe do some radio broadcast on during Cornstock so we can send it out to cars. If you're sitting in your car, you choose to park kind of a drive-up style, so you can stay at your car and still hear the music if you feel safer that way.
Yeah.
We're going to come up with some different technology ways to try to improve the experience outside.
Yes.
Yes. So,
But
thanks, guys.
Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and try to wrap her up.
And next week, your football event, enjoy it, and then we'll see you guys back for our art auction with brand new art and hopefully some brand new music as well.
Yep, and for those of you watching on Twitch, so because of lag between channels and everything, the art auctions only happen on our YouTube. We tried the multi-stream thing at first, did not go well at all because we do live bidding. And so if you're on our YouTube channel and you are not subscribed, please do subscribe. We would love to have you. But if you are over on our Twitch and you're not subscribed, do what I just said. But it's
Art
just
auction, live streams of music, Twitch
Yep.
and YouTube.
Yep.
Art auction, YouTube only. Yep.
YouTube.com/Spicoli's Reverb.
Yep.
But anyway.
And then one last question.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a good one. Bree, we will be either renting booths or trading volunteer work for booths. So because we're working on kind of a co-op committee situation and we want as many vendors as possible, and the venue has already told me we can have as many vendors as we want, we do expect that our artists who are in the bunker will come and set up art, and we're looking forward to that.
We got
So you can either trade money or you can trade volunteer hours for your booth.
Yep.
So yeah, we're excited about that, and that was an excellent question. Thank you very much.
That is a very good question. But I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Yep.
Noise
And-
from the Garage is in 15 minutes.
Yes. So check out Noise from the Garage and check us out in 2 weeks, and then we'll be back in about a month with the next Cornstock discussion as we have had the contract signed and we can tell you where it's at.
Yep. And backpedaling really quick, if you are interested in volunteering for either being for whatever job that we need you for, just in like if you want to be a vendor, if you want to volunteer for
Security running,
or whatever,
anything.
Let
Yeah.
us know. Send us a Facebook message to our Spicoli's Facebook page, or email us at playspicoli's, like you want to rock and roll here, but actually play a show, playspicoli's@gmail.com, and just let us know. That way we have everything in basically in one place, and once we have more details, we will let you know. We'll
be back.
Yes.
So we'll keep you posted on our art auction and on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
We'll do another one of these in about a month.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll have at least 1 or 2 band members join us for guests.
Yep.
Hit us up. We'll talk to you soon.
But bottom line, we love y'all.
We do.
Want y'all to stay safe, and we can't wait to rock out with you again. We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.